Alright guys, so I was recently playing on my Hypixel SMP server, and while I was playing I was noticing that there was a lot of dirt blocks just misplaced and everything, and obviously this is due to the Enderman, and I was very frustrated with that. So what I've gone ahead and done is I went ahead and set a command block in order to prevent Endermen from picking up and moving blocks and whatnot, because I really didn't like it. So what exactly did I do? Well, you can't just give them a piston extension block anymore because they'll just place it down and then it'll disappear. So it can be placed now, and so now the old methods don't work. Well, Assume Avoid's method is to just edit the JSON file so that the Enderman holdable blocks don't work. So that you can just eliminate all of them and just set it to one type of block because it needs at least one. Well, that doesn't work either because I'm on somebody else's server. I'm not on my own server. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, what can I do to prevent this? Well, one thing that I went ahead and did is I was immediately thinking, well, why don't I just use command blocks, right? Just like Assume Avoid did. I just gotta figure out a method of preventing the Enderman from picking up something. Well, there isn't just like a toggleable command that Mojang decides to give us. So I have to sit here and I have to think about it. And eventually I came to the realization that I could just constantly give them a poppy. So I've set this command here so that whenever I spawn an Enderman, it just gives them a poppy. Now, how do I prevent the command from running at a time in which I don't need it, so it doesn't just constantly check for Enderman all of the time? Well, what I've gone ahead and done is I went ahead and used this the /data merge entity thing, and I went ahead and edited the target section of it. So if I click done here, you will actually be able to see the entire command here, and it's in its form. So you have /data merge entity Enderman, and then here's the important bit: mbt equals !carriedBlockState name Minecraft Poppy. So what this does is it checks for the carried block state of the Enderman to see if it's carrying a poppy or not. If it is carrying a poppy, then it doesn't execute the command, and then it limits it to 1. And then if it isn't carrying a poppy, then what it does is it goes ahead and forces it to carry a poppy by editing the block state. Now, this took a minute for me to do because there just so happens to be no resources that explains this very well. There's nowhere that says that you can just edit the block state of these guys or read it to begin with. So I had to figure out how to use the mpt target section. So once I figured that out, it was pretty smooth sailing from there. But if you ever wanted to view the data of a nearby Enderman, what you can do is you can actually do /data get entity. We do @e type :type Enderman, and then you want to go ahead and do colon. So you have to limit it to 1 because the command won't run unless you've limited the scope of the search to just one entity at a time. Minecraft doesn't allow you to search multiple entities at once or target them at once, so that wouldn't work. So what we do here is we limit it to 1, and then we're also going to sort it to the nearest one. This way we get the one that's right next to me. And then we close that up, enter, and now you see a big jumbled mesh of colors and numbers and letters and all that stuff. What the important bit is out of this entire thing is the carried block state down here. So this is just a data set in Minecraft that holds this data right here that we will be using, the name Minecraft Poppy. And like I said before, all my command does over here is it just checks what the carry block state is, and if it is this, then it doesn't run it. That's what the exclamation mark's for. So I hope that this helps. I know that there wasn't too many resources out there to help people figure this out. It's not entirely perfect. Once an Enderman does place it, he will get a new one back. So if you have a ton of Endermen, you might see a bunch of poppies popping up in a bunch of different places. What you can do is you can go ahead and set this to a block that isn't able to be placed, like for example a piston head. This way, when it does get placed, it just disappears, so that Endermen just keep getting those. It doesn't activate constantly, just whenever there is one. The only annoying bit is that if you are the person that set it up, or you're an OP in the server or whatever, you will constantly get these modifying entity datas every single time an enderman spawns or places down an item. So it's not perfect, but so far it's the only method that I can find when it comes to third-party servers that allow you to use command blocks. So I hope this helps somebody. I know it took me quite a while to figure this out on my own, so hopefully this speeds up the process of somebody else. So thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.